You have started in Japan in 1987 with a spatial design studio, and from there on you have conquered the world with projects in every corner of the globe. In what way is designing in Japan different from designing anywhere else? And how do you approach each new project in totally new different contexts around the world?
Even in Japan, there is a diversity, and there's different climate, and different topology. Even in Japan, we respect that kind of diversity. And as a basis of our approach is creating harmony with the environment. And that approach can be applied anywhere in the world. It is not difficult to apply that harmony to everywhere.
What are the concepts that have influenced your projects, and did they evolve over time?
Basically, creating harmony with a place is the basis of our concept. And for each places, we can find the difference. And we always respect that kind of difference, and we are enjoying the conversation with the place. And conversation with the place is sometimes conversation with the local craftsman and the local material and local climate. And each project we can enjoy that kind of diversity.
So it's about a conversation.
Yes, conversation is the basis of our practice. The design is conversation.
Your work ranges from cultural venues, health, infrastructure, residential, etc. What type of architecture are you mostly passionate about creating?
The cultural facilities museum is of course very exciting, but even with some commercial building, we can show the conversation with the place. And then the most important thing for us to choose a project is place. If the place is interesting, we can show our respect to the place.
And does your approach change from a program to another?
The program is not so different for us. The place itself is important for us.
Wood is a central element in your architecture language. What was the reason behind your affiliation to the specific material?
The material is most important for our daily practice, because I want to go beyond concrete and steel. Because concrete and steel in the 20th century is the basis of modernism design, destroy the diversity. So before concrete and steel conquered the world, so we had diversity. And so each place has a local material and a local craftsmanship with the material. And then naturally they can create the icon of the place. But concrete and steel destroy that kind of harmony with the place. And then if I find the beautiful local material, so naturally we can design the local building. And the good example is the wood. And the wood is coming from the tree and connected with the land, and then we can create the connection from the earth to the sky by using wood. And then I love wood very much.
And is there a conversation going on between your project and wood? How would you describe that?
Yes, and by using wood, people can find the friends in the building, because wood and earth has a long time history. Humanity was living in the forest and was always touching the wood, and the memory of wood is very, very long and deep. And by using wood, so we can go back to that kind of long history.
In your work, we also see a lot of light, transparency, like other than materiality. Why? What do you think these elements generate?
Yes, by using wood, the transparency has naturally happened, and because the wood is very different from concrete, and so we can see through, and that kind of transparency is different from the transparency by glass. So we want to use that kind of transparency. It is transparency, but it's also the connecting exterior and interior. And as I often think about that kind of connection.
So we are here today in Venice discussing cities and the implication of architects in urban challenges. In your opinion, what is the role of architects in shaping the cities of tomorrow?
Yeah, now we should change the city. In 20th century, the huge city destroyed the harmony between humanity and nature. It's a time to go back to the harmony by changing the city itself. So I want to do some kind of refurbished rehabilitation of the city by using natural material and by bringing some small landscape. And in Japan, so we have a special tradition of small gardens, and that kind of wisdom can be applied to the city, and it's the best timing for us to go back to the city design. Before, I have been designing the building in nature, in the countryside, but I feel it's the time to go back to the city.
Are we bringing back nature to the city?
Yes.
What are your main ongoing projects?
In Paris, we are designing Saint-Denis Rail Station. It is not small station, but it looks like the Green Park. It is totally covered by landscape, and also interior, a lot of wood. And it is unusual interior for the big station, and people maybe feel it is oasis in Paris, and I love that kind of oasis.
And finally, how do you perceive the future of architecture?
As a COVID is a kind of turning point of us. By COVID, everybody felt as we cannot survive in the big city. Some of my friends already escaped from the city, and we should lead that kind of new direction. We should change the world by architectural design. The role of architects is more important than before.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.